Good job. Do we have some great musicians or what? We certainly do. I wanted to just say a few words today about Christmas and joy, the season that we're in, following your star, following your North Star, becoming the authentic you is the greatest gift you can give the world. Now you might say, how do I do that? You might be at a point in your life where you're a little confused. Maybe you've made a move. Maybe you're going to make a move. Maybe you've had a change in your family, your job situation, and you're just not certain what the right thing is. Here's one thing you can know, is that the answer will come, and it will come at just the right time. The assistance, the resources, whatever it is that you need will come just when you need it. In the children's movie Pinocchio by Walt Disney, Jiminy Cricket said, "When you wish upon a star, makes no difference who you are." What does that say to you? Are there times in your life where you think that someone else is able to connect with that higher power easier than you can? Sometimes I think we get in the hustle bustle of life and some of those things going on that I just mentioned. We may think that our connection to God is not as strong as someone else's. But when you wish upon a star, makes no difference who you are. No difference at all, whatever your situation. The star symbolizes or presents us with one of the most beautiful and enchanting of all symbols. It symbolizes aspiration, inspiration, imagination, wonder, dreams, pursuits, magic, the magical. Looking for the magic to happen. Creative brilliance, especially divine guidance. That's what the star represents. And when we're looking for our North Star, it means that, or we're following our North Star, it means that we are harmonized and we have meditated, we've been in the quiet enough that we know what our next right step will be. Following the North Star. Do you love the night sky? I think one of the things we're blessed with here is that we don't have all of the lights that you have in a big city. And you know why? It's because all along our southern border here, we are graced with sand and water. And it's just so beautiful and enchanting, and I know it's why we're here. It's where the sand meets the water, and the water meets the sky. And the sky is filled with all these stars. And you look out at the night sky, and instead of seeing the city lights, you see the full sky, all of the stars. We know, any of us who've driven through or camped out in remote areas away from these city lights, we know we've experienced this night sky. The number of stars that can be seen in a remote area seems infinite. Don't you just love looking at the night sky, and when there's a full moon, you see the Big Dipper and the Little Dipper and the North Star at the top of the Little Dipper. It's the same immense and awe-inspiring night sky that the ancient cultures experienced. It's the same thing. It's the same sky they lived under for millennia. Canopy of the heavens, they called it. This canopy consisted of not only an infinite number of fixed stars, but also shooting stars, meteors, comets, the 7 wanderers. They're the 5 visible planets plus the sun and the moon. This infinite night sky provided the inspiration for all those legends and mythologies. And the meteors, those shooting stars, fell to earth, provided these ancient cultures with iron. Did you know that? That's where iron came from. That's where these ancient cultures used this iron to forge their many implements. That's why they considered iron to be a gift from the gods. And it truly was. They aligned their temples, their monuments, and their buildings so as to be in harmony with certain stars. They called this alignment ceremony the stretching of the cord, the reaching for the stars. Isn't that lovely? I love the symbolism of that, and especially when we consider those unity principles that we live by that I mentioned earlier, that there is one power and one presence. We may call it anything we want to, this creative source, God, Allah, the divine, whatever words we have for that, and that we are a ray of that. We have a connection to that. I feel it in my heart. We know that when we're in meditation, we feel the love and light of God coming right through wherever it is that it comes through your head. Close your eyes just a moment and let's see. Let's see if we can do this. Close your eyes for a moment. And imagine that infinite wisdom and love and creativity that created this world. Can you even imagine that? That world out there, that beautiful sky. And that same source loved me and you into existence right here on this earth. Here we are, each one of us an individual ray of that love that loved us into existence. And as we allow that connection to the love and light of God to enter on down through our body, I release the tension around my eyes and relax my focus, and that makes my focus go inward. Then I allow that light and love of God to come down through my head, down all the way to my heart center, which is the center of the chest, beside the physical heart. That's the heart center. And if you will allow that light and love to come in, you can feel your heart grow. That's the heart, that's the love of God, right here, right now. Whatever it is you're going through that seems impossible, whatever you're going through with a loved one that seems like there won't be an answer, pray for that right now. See love from your heart going directly to theirs. Whoever it is that needs prayer, send that now. I send healing to every person on the prayer list this morning. Protection for those who feel that they need protection and safety. Clarity, fellowship, love and light. The solution to every problem. We send it now. We claim it. And it is done. Amen. I just have a little more this morning, and then we're going to have a little more music. Talking about guiding light. It's always been known that that's the source. Give me a tall ship and a star to steer by. Mariners, both ancient and modern, use the fixed stars in the night sky to guide them safely to their intended destination. The guiding light is a metaphor for divine guidance we rely upon as we pursue our dreams, ambitions, and adventures. And finally, to touch a star is a metaphor which means that we have realized our dreams, achieved our ambition, and safely and successfully arrived at the end of our latest adventure. When you find that, that feels good. It feels wholesome. You may follow your North Star. It may change at different times in your life. As a matter of fact, it changes several times, doesn't it? And whatever stage in life we are, if we feel a guidance, an inner guidance from the divine, we need to change course and go that direction. Everyday life is entangling. It's so easy to get caught up in the routines, the obligations, gradually take over the course of our lives. It may look goal-directed: make breakfast, get the kids to school, go to work, return home, make dinner, go to bed, repeat. When you do that without feeling a purpose, life starts to feel hollow, doesn't it? But there's a way out of that, and we can find our purpose, and that is to follow your star. What's the light that will guide you out of your own tangled woods? Out there in the world, the ones in here, inside your own mind, how can you find your purpose, where you should be, what you should do? Where's your North Star? Where's it guiding you? It reminds me of the story of the little shepherd boy, lost and afraid, but follows the star to the birth of the Christ child. The entire story is a metaphor of following our hearts. He had no gift to bring. He had no gift, but he decided to share his drum. Pa-rum-pa-pum-pum. That was a metaphor for his beating heart, his loving and beating heart. Pa-rum-pa-pum-pum. The gift from the heart, follow that. It will guide you to knowing what your great gift is. The gift of the heart, what brings you joy. Do that. Do more of that. My greatest gift to you and to the world is to follow my heart and share my modest gifts with as much love as I can, for as long as I can. The symbolism of the star is a reminder that we can embrace all the wonder, beauty, and enchantment what the star represents. We merely have to reach out for our special star and allow it to steer us to our dreams. Always keep in mind the immortal words of Jiminy Cricket. When you wish upon a star, makes no difference who you are.